both Invoiceberry and BlogHandy have fairly low ticket prices. I think Invoiceberry starts at, what is it, $15 a month
Yeah.
or something like that. How do you actually acquire customers profitably at that price point?
So especially at Invoiceberry, the idea is obviously that the customer lifetime value is way much higher because we do have some customers that leave us after 12, 13 or 14 years. So out of the 15-year history of Invoiceberry, I think the longest served customer is with us for 14 years now. So even the $15, or in his case, he's a UK customer, so the £10 a month, it's equivalent several £1,000. And the reason is because it's a sticky product. So I think if you have a sticky product, if you have a product that people don't want to change because they're comfortable with it, and then it also depends on the customer. So in Invoiceberry's case, our number one reason for people leaving is because they close down their business. Either they retire or they close it down. And the number two reason is they outgrow the solution. So sort of coming back to what you mentioned previously, if we had a more complex solution which then ends up being a fully fledged accounting tool, we could serve them, but that's not what we're trying to do. We rather have them leave and even recommend them an accounting package, which might be a competition, but I don't see it as a competition. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to serve this market of business at Invoiceberry that just it's a small size and they either want to stay small or whenever they grow, we help them to find the right solution. And I think that means that a lot of people stay with us for a long time. So even if we only charge $15 a month, they might end up staying with us for 5+ years. But obviously, it's hard in such a ticket size to say, hey, let's do onboarding calls and so on. But we still actually offer them sometimes to people just to learn a bit more about the customers and obviously how they're changing over the years and how their requirements change. But obviously, a lot of the marketing is based on SEO, on lead magnets, on downloading different templates and ebooks, on blog posts and so on, like the whole content marketing. And that's one of the things I'm an expert in. I became an expert over the last 15+ years of doing content marketing. And obviously the nice thing is you produce your piece of content once and you can, with every sign up, technically the cost of that, content just like shrinks a tiny bit more. And we have some blog posts that, are 5 years old, 6 years old, and they're still generating signups. We have some, lead magnets that we created even more than 5 years ago, and they're still generating signups and, new payers. And that just, that drives down the cost of acquisition. But obviously, what some of our competitors are doing to run actually paid ads, I couldn't see it as viable, to be honest.
What have you tried marketing wise that did not work, and why do you think that didn't work for you?
Tried paid ads, so that are a very long time ago Google ads and
Mm-hmm.
also Facebook ads, but
Mm-hmm.
that's also quite some time ago. I think with Facebook ads, it was mainly retargeting ads, and
Mm-hmm.
that didn't work. I think because of the cost of acquisition and also probably my lack of experience. And, I probably should have tested more. Everyone talks about testing your ads and so on. And probably I haven't done enough of that. But I couldn't see anything working and I didn't get an agency involved. So, but yeah, paid ads, I've stayed away. And it's just naturally not really where my experience lies. Even over 20 years ago, when I started my online career, I never got into paid ads. And I think since then, I have this sort of aversion to it. We used to not be good in social media marketing, or we used to be good, then not good. And now, especially with BlogHandy, we get a lot of social media attention. So that sort of has its ups and downs. But yeah, we're making a return to social media as well part. I do feel if you have like low ticket SaaS, it's very tricky to, make paid ads work, and to make a profit at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think you have to really be confident in your numbers and knowing your lifetime value and everything like that, because it's probably going to cost you a lot of money to acquire a customer up front, and you're going to have to keep them for a very long time to be able to make that stack up. I think I did a lot of paid ads when I first started. I kind of cut my teeth on copywriting, paid ads, conversion optimization. That was sort of my core skill set. That said, I don't. I generally advise early stage startups, even if they're funded, to stay away from paid ads, at least as a sort of step one when it comes to marketing. I think the reason for that is that when you're first starting out, you haven't figured out your messaging. You've got some semblance of product market fit, but you really haven't figured that out at all. And you can burn through so much money so quickly if you're just sending unoptimized ads to an unoptimized landing page to a very half-baked product.
I think that happened for me. I didn't even have a landing, like back when I tried. I think Facebook ads for Invoiceberry. We didn't even have a landing page. We just sent you back to the home page. There was not a landing page, not the landing page optimized for Facebook or any. It was just the sign up or
Mm,
the home page, and it just didn't make sense, right? But it's
mm,
also very interesting what you're saying about the messaging, and I think we're maybe a bit more old school there, because I know that a lot of people who bootstrap, or a lot of people who build MVPs say, "Oh, before you build an MVP, just run some ads to a landing page and try to sell it before you build it, and
mm,
fake sell it and whatever." And I'm
mm,
actually in a different camp. I like to build and have a product before I sell it, which
mm,
you obviously have to have a lot of confidence that you can sell it later on, which I have, and that I'm adding value to the table, and that it's not just some rubbish product, or that just some, that
mm,
doesn't make sense. But I do see a lot of people actually, and so I'm very happy to hear from you that you're also sort of recommending to not start with paid ads, because I hear a lot of people, they say start with paid ads, and I feel,
mm,
I know, then it's more about how good is your paid ad, rather than are you solving a real problem, and are you, producing a good product. It's sort of
mm,
just half of the story and more of the sales part, rather than are you adding value to the, you know ecosystem, and to the
mm.
business.
Hey, it's Ryan here. If you like that video, please click the like and subscribe button somewhere down there and check out the full interview right over here. Go on, click it. You know you want to.